Hello again, boys and girls. So we are at the final part of our lesson for today, dealing with part D. Just as a review, our lesson was about line symmetric and line of symmetry. Okay, line symmetric is when you fold an object, and when you fold it, both sides are exactly alike when you put them on top of one another. And when you do that, that fold or that line of the object, wherever you fold it, is called the line of symmetry. So talking about line symmetric and talking about line of symmetry, we're going to include that in a review about from last week about dealing with polygons. And what did we say polygons were? What are the attributes? What are the characteristics of a polygon? Well, a polygon has these characteristics or attributes. It's a closed shape, has straight lines, and the edges divide the lines. Now those edges, from review, you know that's called the vertex. So that's polygon, but today we're going to add just one step further, talking about regular polygons. And so what are the attributes, what are the characteristics of a regular polygon? Well, a regular polygon has closed shape, it has straight lines, edges divide the lines, which is what? The vertex. So far, nothing has changed. So why are we calling it a regular polygon then? We call it a regular polygon because that shape, whatever it is, all the sides of that shape are equal. That's what makes it that's what makes a regular polygon so unique. All the sides of that shape are the same. So let's tie in regular polygons to our lesson for today, dealing with lines symmetric and lines of symmetry. So the question will be asked, what is the shape and how many lines of symmetry does this shape have? So we'll start with this first shape here. And everyone should know what that shape is. Right. Of course, it's a triangle. So how many lines of symmetry would a triangle have? You think you know? Yell it out in distant learning land so I can hear you. Okay, let's see if you are correct. Okay. If we did a line of symmetry here, so far we have, for the tally mark, one line of symmetry. Okay? Well, what if we did this for this triangle? Okay? Now when you fold it side to side, so now we have another line of symmetry. So we have two line symmetrics. Are we finished? No. And this is for you to try a little later, boys and girls. So a triangle, three-sided figure, and has three lines of symmetry for a triangle. Okay. Now we talked about the square already, but we'll quickly review it. Okay. One line of symmetry. We have line symmetric, line symmetric. So we have one so far. Okay? That's vertical symmetrical. Now we can also go horizontal symmetrical. Okay. So that green line is the line of symmetry, top and bottom. They are line symmetric. Same shape. The square. Let's try it this way here. Wow, look at that. That red line is a line of symmetry. Top and bottom are line symmetric. And we're still not finished. If we go opposite diagonal, now we have an opposite diagonal. That black line is a line of symmetry. Top and bottom are line symmetric. Triangle has three. What's that? Oh, someone said they think they see a pattern. Well, if that's the case, how many lines of symmetry do you think this five-sided or pentagon figure would have? 3 lines of symmetry for triangle, because it has 3 sides. 4 lines of symmetry for the square. It has 4 sides. All right. If that holds true with our pattern, this pentagon, which has 5 sides, should have 5 lines of symmetry. Let's see. Okay. Make a line in the middle here, vertical. That red line is lines of symmetry. And look, both sides are the same. So we have 1 line symmetric and we have 1 line of symmetry so far. Okay, what else? Okay, the line this way. That green line is a line of symmetry, and both these sides, if you fold them, are line symmetry. So we have 2 lines of symmetry so far. Okay? Any others? Okay. Let's take a look at this line. Look at there. That black line is a line of symmetry because if you fold it, both sides are line symmetric when you fold it on both sides of that black line. So that's 3 lines of symmetry so far for a 5-sided figure. But we're still not finished. This blue line is a line of symmetry. If we fold it, you will see that both those shapes are exactly alike. So we have 4 lines of symmetry, 4 lines symmetric. And finally, wish I had another color, but I don't. if we run a line of symmetry here, there's another line of symmetry that's red, and if you fold them up, both you have line symmetry, so we have 5 lines of symmetry for a 5-sided figure. Isn't that interesting? What else do you notice? And the hint for you to put in the messaging board is going to have something to do with a vertex. That's just food for thought. Finally, so we have a 3-sided figure triangle, that has 3 lines of symmetry. A square, 4-sided figure, it has 4 lines of symmetry. A pentagon, penta means 5-sided figure, and we proved that it has 5 lines of symmetry. This 6-sided figure, boys and girls, is called a hexagon. Everybody say hexagon. Okay? It has 6 sides. They're all the same sides. Lines are all the same. How many lines of symmetry then do you think a regular hexagon polygon would have? Absolutely. It should have 6 lines of symmetry, 6 lines that are symmetric. Okay? Let's see. I'm going to move this over here. Okay. We go in the middle here. Okay, that red line is a line of symmetry, and if you fold this hexagon, fold it over, right? Both sides are line symmetry. They both have the same shape. It would only look like a half of a hexagon. So far, that's one line. I'm going to put a tally mark. There's one line of symmetry. Now, what else do we see? Okay. If we take a line here, okay. Now, that blue line, if you fold it, that blue line becomes a line of symmetry, and both sides are line symmetric. They both would be the same size, same shape across, divided by the blue line of symmetry. So far, we have 2 lines of symmetry for a 6-sided figure. So we said the pattern should be, we should have 6 lines of symmetry. Okay? Now, so look at this green line. If you folded that hexagon over, it would look like just one shape. So that means that green line becomes a line of symmetry for the top half and bottom half of a line symmetric. So we have 3 lines of symmetry so far for a 6-sided figure. Take a look here. Okay. Take a look at that black line here. If you fold it, both the top and the bottom would look the same. So therefore, this black line is a line of symmetry with a top and bottom line symmetry. They are, when you fold it, exactly the same. So that means now, so far we have 4 lines of symmetry. So we're looking for 2 more at least. Okay, now look at this blue line. If you folded this hexagon, the top and bottom would look exactly alike. So this blue line then becomes a line of symmetry. And the top and bottom are line symmetry, meaning they are the same shape when folded. Excuse me. So now we have 5 lines of symmetry, and we're looking for one more. Do you see it? Yes, good job. That black line folds this hexagon from top to bottom into looking like the exact same shape. So therefore, this second black line is what's called a line of symmetry. And what do you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 lines of symmetry for a 6-sided figure. Okay. Now, so I'm not going to do the last 4, boys and girls. The last 4 that you'll be able to do on your own. But I just want to show you what these figures look like when you're trying to figure out a line of symmetry or line symmetry. And this is just for future vocabulary about regular polygons. Okay, so regular polygons, okay, we talked about the triangle, 3-sided, square had 4 sides, pentagon had 5, hexagon had 6. Now, the last 4, a 7-sided figure that has all same sides the same is called a heptagon. And a heptagon would have, boys and girls, 7 lines of symmetry. A 8-sided regular polygon where all sides are the same, it would be called a octagon. Of course, you all like an octopus has 8 tentacles. Octagon has 8 lines that are all equally the same, and an octagon would have 8 lines of symmetry. Eight lines symmetric. A 9-sided regular polygon is called a nonagon. And a nonagon would have 9 lines of symmetry. Heptagon 7, octagon 8, nonagon 9, and then finally a regular polygon that has 10 sides that are equally the same is a decagon. And a decagon has 10 lines of symmetry. And so that's how we determine what a regular polygon is from 3 sides to 10. And we also shows how a line of symmetry folds or is in the middle of line symmetric, with the parts are both the same. Okay? So that concludes our lesson for today.